Hey guys, John here from Bring the SEO. Today I want to talk about the importance of investing in your business. This is definitely a conversation I've had a lot. I speak with a lot of people on sales calls, those who come to me that are struggling to get clients, struggling with sales, perhaps even struggling with fulfillment. I've worked with hundreds of SEO consultants over the years, and a common pattern that I see a lot of the time are people who are reluctant or hesitant, or sometimes even flat out to refuse to invest in themselves. Now, when it comes to online courses and programs, I get it. There's a lot of shit out there, but at some point you have to make a decision. And this, you've got to do your due diligence and you've got to do some research, and perhaps you've got to do whatever you need to do in order to ensure that you make the right decision and you're not getting ripped off, burning cash, whatever the case might be. But if you're in a position where you've been struggling for years and you still have this mindset of, I'll just watch some YouTube videos, I'll maybe buy this $6 ebook, the best way to learn is just do it yourself. All of that stuff will lead to nothing more than wasted time. And I say this a lot, time is far more expensive than money. You can always get the money back. You'll never get the time back. Now, I want to share with you a bit of a thought experiment here. And this is something that I read recently, and it really caught my attention. And it highlights the fact of how slow progress is when you're trying to figure everything out on your own. This is a huge mistake that I made myself. And I probably wasted at least 10 years with this mindset of, I'll just try and figure it out on my own. And in hindsight, I only have myself to blame for being stubborn and not investing. Now, as I said, I'm going to share a bit of a thought experiment with you. And this came about after speaking with someone who contacted me the other day. This is someone who's been circling my SEO Accelerator program now for probably 2.5 years. Every so often they pop up and they say, John, can we talk? I get on a call. They've been repeating themselves for almost 3 years. Got the same problems, dealing with the same challenges. This isn't working, that's not working. And I just said, listen, this is going to be the last time I speak with you. At some point, you have to make a decision. I don't care if you don't work with me, but just do something, because you can't keep doing what you're doing. And it's a great saying, if you keep doing what you're doing, you'll just keep getting what you've always gotten. So let's use the following example. Let's say that Kate comes to me and she says, John, I'm really struggling. Can't get clients. The ones that I do don't have any budget. I speak with like 30 people and maybe I'll sign someone who wants to pay $600 a month. It's just awful, help. One of the first questions I always ask is, okay, so where are you currently at, in terms of monthly revenue? So let's say that Kate is doing $10,000 a month, right? Now it's taken Kate, right, using this as an example, it's taken Kate 4 years to get to $10,000 a month. That means, using a law of averages, okay, to keep the math simple, that means that Kate is making an improvement of $2,500 in terms of revenue, $2,500 a year towards her overall monthly income, right? She's at 10,000. It's taken her 4 years to get there. She's making an improvement of $2,500 a year, right? Simple maths. Now, I always ask, what's your goal? Let's talk about goals. This is where you are now. Where do you want to be? And let's see if I can help you bridge that gap. Now, let's say, using this again as an example, Kate says, okay, so I'm currently at 10 grand. I want to get to 50 grand a month, John. Okay, so that means you have to make an additional $40,000, right? Now, I understand if you don't want to invest in this program, that's fine. Keep doing what you're doing. But just remember, and this is something that I've started saying to people, right? And there's no Jedi mind tricks going on here. This is not some sleazy sales tactic. This is the reality of how expensive time can be. Given that you're currently at $10,000 and you want to get to 50, that means you've got to make an additional $40,000, right? If you're making an incremental improvement of $2,500 a year, it's going to take you 16 years to get there at your current rate. Now, even if she doubled her efforts, that's still 8 years. Even if she maybe, did better than that, maybe she gets it down to 7. I mean, that's an awful lot of time to waste. And I've spoken with people that say, like, they'll ask the question, what's the cost of doing nothing? And I remember getting asked this question many years ago by a mentor. What's the cost of doing nothing? And I thought, well, what's the value of zero? It's nothing, but it's not nothing. It's incredibly expensive because you're giving up and missing the opportunities that are available to you now. It doesn't make sense to do it on your own. Get help from people like me who have invested 20 odd years to figure it out and fast track the process. All right, guys, hope you found this one useful, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn more, head over to bringtheseo.com. We provide lead gen and sales training for SEO consultants wanting to automate client acquisition and onboard higher paying clients without all the stress and overwhelm.